everybody. Thanks for joining me again. My name is Carlos. Today we're going to be going and reviewing over a leg session, high volume leg session. Last session of our calorie deficit. Thank God. I'm getting really sick of this diet. I mean, it's been enjoyable as far as seeing the results, but just too hungry all the time. But before we get into that, please hit that subscribe button and share, post, notifications, all that good stuff. Leave some comments for the algorithm. We get a discussion going on anything that you might want to ask. Our leg approach in the last few weeks and months has been a relatively high volume one because as we are in a deficit, I have been losing a little bit of my maximum power, maximum output. We're not doing 400 or 500 pound squats or anything of that nature. So as the intensity, as the total weight is compromised or is reduced, we make up for it with volume. I've been teaching this in the last few videos where the volume is the wild card to your workout. When you cannot do high intensity, which is your maximum driver of muscle growth, you use volume. But since on a deficit, you can't really do those two things at the same time. You can't grow muscle and lose fat. You're dropping body weight, you're dropping fat, and so the best thing that you can do is maintain and preserve muscle mass. And we do that with relatively high effort, not intensity, high effort, high volume sessions. So today started out with the Bulgarian splits. It's a great exercise to finish. It's a great exercise for a warm-up. And so we started out with that because our gym is very busy in the mornings and I usually go very early in the morning. So I scoped out that the Smith machine was going to be, available if I was, lurking around it. So I did a couple of sets. I was going to do 5, but I finished my second set and they freed up the Smith. So I, beelined the Smith. And so worked in 4 sets on the Smith. Typical warm-up, just one plate to get the angle, to get the proper foot placing, the proper placing on the back. It is a bit tricky. I mean, no matter how much you practice this, you still have to get it just right. There have been situations where I have, done several sets and then I'll place the bar, not in the perfect spot, and then my knees will take it. So I have to be very careful with the Smith. It's a very excellent machine. It's a great squat. It really hits the quads. You can go deep on it, safer than on the normal squat, on the free bar squat. Or not safer, it's just easier to do, easier to focus on the muscle. And so that's what we try to do with the first warm-up set with 1 plate. Then we went up to 2, 12 reps. And then went straight to 3. Now, I didn't really have all the strength today. Because I was trying to do like slow time under tension reps. And that never works for me when I'm trying to do heavy weight. I mean, with the heavy weight, it's all about the power. Just the explosive, go get it. And having that mindset of just, attacking the bar, attacking the weight. And, I didn't do that. So I felt it from the first rep. I said, well, I'm not going to get too many reps today. So I just did 4 reps, kind of like a maintenance thing. Yeah, I can still do 3 plates. Then I dropped it down to 12. Dropped it down to 2 plates and did 12 reps, or 11 reps, I think. And so that was that. And then went and did a circuit of machines. Been enjoying these machines, getting the volume in with those also. So we did the leg curl, the adductor muscle, the leg extension, all 5 sets times 15 to 20 reps. And, with just really proper technique, squeezing, holding it out the top. It's like these exercises are very low fatigue exercises. I don't get tired from them. I mean, I can do 20 sets. I don't know. So anyway, so did those and then did the leg press. Now on the leg press, some observations. What can I say about the leg press? I'm not doing full range of motion. I'm trying to keep the range down to close to 90 degrees when I bring it down. I'm not bringing down the knees all the way behind my ears or anything like that. I used to do that. I'm very flexible. But then I noticed that, you can't, if you do that, you have a tendency to lift your butt off the pad, and that could really hurt your back. So I try to keep it in a proper range. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I see these big-legged guys. They do a limited range. They just work a certain, just a limited range, put in a lot of weight and just, work it at that range. So I've been doing that. 3, 4, 5, and then I got brave and finished with 6 reps, and it felt pretty damn heavy, the 6 reps. And then from there went and what did we do after the leg press? Finished off with walking lunges. Now, okay, that was all good and fine, great training session. The next day I had my physical checkup, which they do the electrical impedance thing. It's not like the home thing that you buy at Walmart. It's kind of a sophisticated machine. I've had several of these tests, and they seem to be fairly accurate. At least they're giving me a, how do I say it, very relative range of where I am, so they're not totally off. You can see they went up or down a little bit according to your personal parameters. So it seems to be fairly accurate, is all I can say. Now, after a month of dieting, I lost 2 pounds of body weight. I gained half a pound of fat and lost 2 pounds of muscle. I dropped like 3 pounds total. So it was like a really fucked up, result for me. It was like, what the hell is this? Now, visually, I'm happy with my results. I'm seeing myself in the mirror, and the abs were coming in better. My back was getting more defined, but I was starting to feel like stringy and like weak and very hungry. Like the last few weeks, very hungry, absolutely. And I was doing cardio. Like, for me, that cardio, man, it eats the way the legs. Now, the results show the muscle mass in each body part. And the upper body actually gained a little bit. Like my arms got bigger, my shoulders, I got more muscles on the abs. My legs dropped. Like they have very little body fat, very little fat on the legs, but they dropped muscle. Now, and I've been training hard. So I have to, the good, the bad, and the ugly. What happened, Carlos? Well, I was eating too little food. I'm 5'11". I should be eating like, 2,800 calories on a cut. I guess I took it too low and I went catabolic. That's all I can say. And the last day before this exam or whatever it is that they test you, I dehydrated. I didn't drink any water. I drank like half a liter of water in 24 hours, and I still wasn't thirsty. I was like holding water. So it was a conflation of several different things that probably brought me to lose a little bit of muscle mass on the legs. So the diet is over. That's it. That same day I went and, I didn't binge, but I started eating more carbs. I had a spaghetti dinner. No fats. Like, I'm on diet. I will be on diet, for as long as I'm bodybuilding. And what does that mean? If I'm bulking, and I'll get into this in another, video. When you bulk, you can't be eating fats and carbs. It's the carbohydrates that give mass to the muscle. But whatever dietary fat you eat will go straight to the fat cells. That's all it'll do. Your body will be burning the glycogen, will be burning the carbohydrate sources first. And if you introduce a whole bunch of fat also, where do you think that fat's going to go? It'll be stored as energy, as fat. So have to be very careful with that. So I've been doing the last 2 days, high carb refeeds, plenty of protein, not too much either. You don't need to go overboard on protein. There's only so much you can synthesize, in these mTOR windows, like 2 or 3 hours after you eat the protein. You're not going to synthesize a pound, something like 2 or 3 ounces or something like that. So there's like no need to go overboard on the protein. You just manipulate your carbohydrates. They're the wild card with the diet. So got a little bit off track, but I had to explain, with this high volume leg routine, it's been feeling good. I thought it was being productive, but lost muscle mass. But I attributed that to catabolism from the diet and from the cardio. Cardio sucks. I really don't like it, don't need it, don't want it. I live at 9,000 feet altitude in the mountains in Colombia, and, I live on the 6th floor of a building that is on top of a hill. And I walk up and down this hill all day long, like 2 or 3 times a day. I got to go get something from the store. I'll go down and I'll walk back up. So why the hell am I doing cardio? Just know. It was like my overreach, I just need to burn more fat. Just more bullshit. All I did was burn muscle. Hey, live and learn. Live and learn. We got to learn from our experiences. And I definitely learned my lesson. I'm just not built for high amounts of cardio in this lifestyle that I live right now, and definitely not in a deficit. So that's basically it for the training session. I will be doing these same training sessions as I bulk. I'll just bring down like the machine volume. I'll be increasing the compound moves, and instead of once a week, I'll be doing them twice a week. So that's going to be exciting too. That's my focus in my bulk will be building up my leg size and my leg mass, because my upper body is it's okay. You can always get bigger, absolutely, but my legs, they're just lagging. So I'm going to have to pay special attention. And as an older man, you're 58. I say your legs are the first thing to go. And I'm not willing to go into the night like that. I'm going to build them up. I'm going to show that this can be done. How do you do it? Well, it takes a lot of work. I'm willing to do the work and to do the nutrition and everything, to pile on the pounds in the right places, be very careful with accumulating body fat. Got down to 179 pounds. 5'11" for me, that's just, I had to really bite the bullet on that one, I've been 230 pounds in the past, like lifting, and I felt comfortable at that weight. For me to go down like below 200 was a psychological impediment for me. It was a barrier. And I said, fuck it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to lose the body fat. And I did. I went down to 10% body fat. I've never been that low. Felt great. It was a great recomp. Maintained most of my strength. I can still do, on any given day, I can do 400 pounds on the deadlift. I can do 350 pounds on the squat. It'll be a challenge for sure at that body weight, but I can do it. So now, so much fun, eating again, gonna bring up those poundages, gonna increase the frequency on the squats, on the legs, and it's just gonna be a real gas. I'm gonna be really enjoying putting up some training videos, showing some pounds again. So that'll be what's going on. And that'll be it for today. I'll leave you with the training video at the end. Just a sampler. I just put up one exercise per, one set per exercise. I did 5 on everyone except the Bulgarian and the Smith, which I only did 4 sets on. Everything else was 5. So anyways, God bless everybody, and thank you for joining me again, and we'll see you next time.
quédate como que apoyado y inclinado. Mi hueputa.